Hey, it's me again, your girl Samantha from Scent and Candle. So today, what we're gonna be doing, Memorial Day is coming up on Monday. So I'm like, okay, since it's Memorial Day, let's make a candle to represent Memorial Day. So today we're gonna be making a candle with the color of the flag. So we're gonna be using two colors. We're gonna be using the blue, red, and then the regular white for the wax. And also I'm gonna be making a special order candle for one of my customer. I'm not gonna film it, but I will show you guys the finished product because it's gonna be a little bit too much with me trying to do both since it's two different design. But I'm gonna be using this 16 ounce frost jar, and I'm gonna be making this heart mold. This is not the same mold from the last video. This is much bigger, as you could see, so that's why I'm using a bigger jar, because this is a big heart. Look at this. This is very big, you guys. This is nowhere close to the one I did. Look at this. So that you get the picture, this heart is big. So I'm excited to try this big old heart. So I'm gonna just place it at the top. So it should be like sitting like that at the top of this jar. Like I said, I'm gonna insert a clip once I'm finished so that you can see the finishing touch. But I just wanted to bring that to you guys. And we're gonna be using today our glass jar. This one here is the 14 ounce. We have been using this for a while now because I really like working with this jar. It's easy to work with. I love how, it just hold everything, the wax, the fragrance. I love the lid. It's not too thick. Some lid that I have is like this thick. So I like the fact that it's a lid still, it's secure, but it's not that thick. So I have been using this, and guess what? This is my last one. So I have to re-up and reorder some more because I like this, because like when I'm making design candle, you can see the design because it's glass. I have a lot of black jar that is this size, but you really won't be able to see the design. You will only be able to see like the top. So that's why I have been using this, and a little thin as well. You can't see the design really. And I know you guys are pro right now with how to make candles. So I don't have to just make a regular candle anymore, because I'm sure you guys know the steps on how to make a regular candle. So we passed that right now. We in another stage. We moved to another level. So we doing design. We doing stuff like that. So with that being said, I went ahead and mark off the jar what I'm gonna be doing. So as you can see, I have white, I have red, I have white, I have red, I have white. I went ahead and did that just for the sake of time for the video, because every time I do a video, I try to be considerate with, your time, because I don't want to have you sitting here for 45 minutes to an hour just watching me. Even though I know it's entertaining, I know most people attention span is very short. So I try to be considerate. So if sometime I feel like I'm rushing, I'm not rushing, I just consider your time. And I appreciate your time, because you could be watching anyone, you could be doing anything. But if you decide to tune in and watch my video, I have to be considerate of that as well. So enough said. I don't want to keep yapping too much. We're going to jump right into this video. I have everything that I'm going to need. I'm going to do it right quick because you guys already know the process. You know the steps. I don't have to walk you through step by step anymore. So we're going to just jump right in and get going. Before I do that, I'm going to be using this fragrance oil, Spring Blossom, the one that I was telling you guys how it smells so good. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I wanted to use it for the rose as well, but I don't have a lot left, as you could see here. It's not too much, and I know if I use it for this project that I'm doing now and the rose, I probably wouldn't have any at all. And for right now, this is kind of my favorite, so I'm kind of skimping this until I order some more. So I'm probably gonna use Fierce for the rose, since I have a whole lot of Fierce. I have like 2 bottles of the 16-ounce Fierce. So I'm gonna use this for this one here because this is gonna be mine that I'm gonna burn. So I want my favorite scent inside of it. So we're gonna use that. So let's jump right in and get it rolling. So as you could see, we have everything that we need. So we're gonna start off with cleaning this jar, as we always do before we do anything else, because you see how it's so frosted? It looked like it's a frost jar, but it's not. I'm not sure why you do that, but all of them, it comes like that. Not sure why. If it's because it's been covered, I don't know, but that's how it normally come. But no biggie. All we do is take our alcohol and we just go on in there and clean it. And make sure you get everything out of there. You don't want any kind of liquid leaving inside of this container because we don't want no fire. No, we don't. So I'm gonna get right to it, putting on my warning label. And even though this is my sample jar, I still like to stick to the process and do everything the way how I normally do it. So don't mind me. I told you guys I'm just anal like that. I like stuff done the right way at all times. I like to stick with the regiment at all time, because it be that one moment when you think you got it and you just sway away, and that's when, you know, you go all uphill. So all I'm doing here is just putting a dot in the middle of the container. I did my wick placer in there, and I'm just putting my dot just to guide me of the perfect spot for my wick, because we don't want no crooked wick. We want our wick to be straight and to be perfect. So I do that all the time. I could very well just put it in there from just looking at it, but like I said, I like to stick to my regiment at all time. So that's what that is. So we're gonna just do the basic that you know how to do. Put on our wick sticker. Buddha boom, bada dam. Next one. Put that in there as well. And then we're gonna give it a nice little firm press down so that that's not going anywhere. And you should know by now, we don't worry about these two here touching because we take care of that. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this here. Since I have it, I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out and just go ahead and wick it. So that's what I'm doing here. Actually, I actually need to grab one more of this and one more of this right here, because this normally holds 2. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, so guess what? Change of plan. So I decided to change my wicking, and I did do two wick on this one here because of the width of the container. So this here is gonna be 2. I'm gonna put that aside, and I decide to do 1 with this one here. I normally do 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 with this. So that's all that I changed. And for those who have been watching, we know that this container holds 250 fill weight of wax. We have been doing 240 because that's what I put in there. That's a fill weight whenever I'm doing design. So we've been sticking with 240, but since it's not any design, we're gonna just stick with the 250 fill weight. So I'm gonna just put on my scale, and we're gonna get going with this right here. Let Let me grab my spatula. I told you guys I'm not sure what it is, but every time I try to do a video, I'm always forgetting something. I don't like that. This is like my 4th video now and that always happens. So we're gonna jump right in. And for those that don't know, I use gram. I do not use ounce. It worked for me. Not saying that ounce is not good for you to use. I'm just saying what I use and what worked for me. So we're trying to get to 250. 250 total. Got 255, so we're gonna take off a little. Okay, so perfect. We got 250 under. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and move this out the way. And I'm gonna just get this wax off. Move these trash out. And we're gonna just put this into our wax warmer and just turn our wax warmer on so that that can be going in the meanwhile. And then we're gonna measure out our fragrance oil. Wanna tear it. And there we go. Let's get to pouring. If you guys try this scent, let me know, comment below and let me know if you have and what you think about it. If it's one of your fave or if it's a nah, maybe, let me know. This one here is from the Flaming Candle, and like I say, it's the Spring Blossom. So let me know what you think about it. So we're gonna move this aside because we're done with that. And the bottom part, like I mentioned to you guys, we're gonna just do regular white. So once we fill it up with the white to this little dot right here, we're gonna let it sit and cure. Then when we come back, we're gonna do from this dot to this dot, we're gonna do red. Then we're gonna let it sit and cure. Then from here to here is white. Then from here to here is red. Then here to here is white. And then we're gonna do the top with blue. So that's the goal for today. So as always, I'll be telling you guys we be trying this together, so we'll see how it come out at the ending. But I'm gonna let this wax here sit so that it could get a little bit warm, and then we will move on to the next process. Okay, so I have the wax to the desired temperature. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is put the whole fragrance oil that I weighed out into the entire wax. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I'm gonna have to put the wax back in the wax warmer and just have it sit in there to warm, because remember we have to add colors, like 2 different colors. So rather than me putting a little bit of fragrance in the red, a little bit in the white, a little bit in the what other color, the blue, you know, I'm gonna just add it in the whole fill weight so that the wax and the fragrance oil could be even out and all of the levels could have the same smell, versus one level have less fragrance, the other have more. So whenever I do stuff, I don't like to make it complicated. I like to make stuff easy, and that's how I do stuff. I don't like to be, you know, all over the place or making stuff too hard where it's just impossible to do stuff and make it more challenging. I don't like that. So that's why I decided to just pour the whole thing over. And what I'm gonna do is use my funnel, because my funnel is gonna guide me exactly to the mark that I want it to stop at. So we're gonna just stir this a little. And I'm not gonna pour all of this wax into the funnel. I'm gonna just pour just enough that I think will be enough for my white section. And this is why I did it this way, because if I need to add more, I add more. If I need to add less, I add less. So again, that worked for me. So that take it to the dot that I want it to go. And this is how simple we do this. We just pour back in the extra. And then we're gonna let this sit here and cure. And once this cure, then we're gonna come back and we're gonna continue with the process for the red. So that's how we're gonna do it. Very easy, nothing hard, nothing much to it. Okay, so we have our white that is cured so far. So this is what we're looking at. I did bring it up to the line that I did pinpoint for the white. So now we're gonna try to move it from here on up to here. So as you could see, this is how the first part is looking. So we're gonna try to move on now to the second part, which is put in the red. So I'm gonna use this container here for the red. So you pretty much just sprinkle some red dye in there. And we're gonna wait for our wax to get a little warm. I did have to put it on low so that it would just stay nice and warm for us. So I just turned up the temperature where it would, you know, get back to a nice, decent temperature. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour out some of the wax here so that we can go ahead and fill the top. So all I do is pour some wax in. And it's already stirred. Remember when we put in the fragrance oil, but I just wanted to get the color in there. This look more like a pink, so we're gonna put a little bit more of the red because it kind of looking like a pink right now. And I want it to be like red. So they're still looking kind of like pinkish. Not sure if you could see that, but we'll work with it because this is a red. I'm not sure why it's looking kind of pink, but hopefully when we put it in, things is gonna look different. So we just pour this in to the dot that I outlined for red. Okay, so I could hold a little bit more, just a little bit more. Okay, so there we go. So we have our red right now. We have our red in there, so we're gonna just let this sit for until it solidify, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna go from here and we're gonna do the same thing with our white. So it's a process because you have to let it sit and solidify and then come back and do the same process. But we're here together and we're gonna go ahead and get this done. I'm excited to see the finishing of this right here. So we're gonna let this sit and get solidified, and then we're gonna come back and complete the second step. Okay, so we on to the third spot now. So we're gonna just go ahead and add our white in. Okay, just trying to make sure it's even. Okay, so that look about even right there. So we just went ahead and add our white in there. So you know the deal. We're gonna just let that sit until this solidify, and then we're gonna come back and continue on. Okay, so we're back. We finally got our little candle finish. I didn't tape like the two top because it's the same process and I didn't want it to be, you know, boring. So I just went ahead and did the two here without recording it, but this is how it turned out. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and complete the top of it. So we're gonna pour our little dye in here. Okay. So because this is gonna be mine, I'm taking it all the way up because I don't have to put the lid on. So that's why I took it all the way up. So that's our blue. Even though the color is a little bit more like a pinkish color, I wanted it to be more like that fire red, but it came out more pink. But it's okay. You know, we got it how we wanted it to look, even though the red is not the dark red that I wanted, no problem. But I just wanted to show you guys how to make your little color candle. And this is due to Memorial Day. The idea came to me and I'm like, yeah, let's make a flag pretty much, you know, out of the color. So that's what I was going for. So I wanted to show you guys the one that I told you that is special order, is custom. So I didn't record it because I know it was gonna be a little bit too much, but this is how it came out in this beautiful. And check the detail. Check how I did that. So the way how I did that in the mold, I kind of like just sprinkle a little bit of the red in the bottom of the mold. So that's how come it have this kind of effect where you see dark red and the pink. That's what I was going for. So that's how it came out. And I went ahead and used coconut wax to make the mold because I don't like mixing my wax. I know the last time when I made my Mother's Day mold, it was breaking in pieces. And one of my subscribers, she advised me to use, I think it was a beeswax, but I don't like mixing my wax. I like to just stick with one wax, and I don't really like mixing it. So I said I'm gonna try it with the coconut wax again, and this one here came out perfect. I guess because the mold was a little bigger, it was the right size for this container because this is a 16 ounce. And I show you guys the mold, how big the heart was. So it fit really good. I really like how this came out. Look at the detail. So it fit the container, and also the lid could still go on there. As you could see, it's not pressing down on the design. So I just wanted to show you guys the finishing touch on this. If you want to see a video how I did this, comment below and I could do a video on how I got this heart with the red, the dark red and the pink. So comment below and I could make another candle with this same design. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys back once the blue is fully solidified, and then I will show you the full finishing touch, how our Memorial Day candle turned out. Hey guys, so we at day 2 of my Memorial Day candle, and it came out great. I just wanted the red to be a little bit darker, but it can work because, like I said, this is mine's my sample candle, so it's gonna work for me. But this is how my Memorial Day candle came out. If you could see, this is what the top looked like. See how it's smooth at the top? So this is how it looked. So this is where I was saying, like, here it kind of looked like pink. I wanted it to be a little bit like more dark red, and the blue also could have been a little darker. So it's okay, but this is the results of my Memorial Day candle. And as I show you guys as well, my candle that I made for one of my customer special order, I really like how this one here came out. So if you want one of these candles, you want me to make you one with different color or whatever color, comment, or you can email me at scentandcompany@aol.com. This smells so good. I just opened the cover and I'm like, ooh, the smell just like took me away. This smells so good. So yeah, I'm pleased with both of them for the most part. It's just like I said, the color should have been a little darker. But anywho, no big deal, because this is mine and I will be burning this very shortly. And until we meet again, you guys don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You guys, thank you so much for all your support, your comments, your feedback, your likes. I really do appreciate you so much. Forgive me, I'm so sleepy right about now. I went to bed like about 1:30. With all my businesses, I just been like this pretty much. But you know, thank God, it's a blessing. I'm not complaining. But I do want to thank you guys, and I'm gonna end this video now. Until next time, be blessed.